today is my 11-week update. I missed week 10 and it's just because everything has been crazy busy around here, and I am going to make a new video for you guys and let you guys all know kind of what's been happening and what's about to happen, so watch out for that. It'll probably be up in the next few days, if not the same day as this video. So today I am 11 weeks and 3 days pregnant, and we've had a lot happen this week in the way of the care that I'm going to receive during this pregnancy. Just warning you guys that this video is going to be quite long because I have so much to go through, but I guess it makes up for missing last week. So let's get into it. First of all, symptoms this week. Generally everything is starting to fade. My nausea is definitely fading away. I only get it if I'm really hungry. But the two symptoms that I have been getting and kind of mixed together are making a whole new symptom is fatigue and my headaches. I wake up in the morning feeling quite tired, and I've been having these really horrible headaches. I just think they're hormonal headaches. I've been having those, and just together I just don't feel with it. Like, even doing this video, I'm struggling to look and not just zone. Yesterday we went to town and went for a walk through the warehouse and everything like that. Last night I was telling my husband about it, and then I was like, I think that's what I did. Like, I think that I went for a walk through the warehouse. Like, I'm just so tired and my head hurts and I just zone all the time. But generally for symptoms, that is all that is really going on. I am definitely feeling better. I'm definitely coming to the end of it all. It's just still quite semi-tired. I think once I get going in the day, once I do my hair and my makeup and everything like that, then I feel a lot better. And I am taking Panadol for my headaches. I do try to get rid of it with a lot of water in that, but when it doesn't work, I will take Panadol. It's better than just feeling crappy all day. While I'm quickly talking about symptoms, I'll let you guys know how much weight I've gained. I'm only going to tell you guys this when I have a midwife appointment, which is every 4 weeks or so, because that's the only time I am going to weigh myself for my own sanity. So I weighed myself the other day when I saw the midwife, and for the first 11 weeks of this pregnancy, or 9 weeks really, I haven't gained a thing. If anything, I've actually dropped like a couple of kg. I don't know what that might be a mix of, but I do know that I'm probably losing a lot of muscle because I'm refusing to do muscle work just until we get through the safe zone of this pregnancy. So I've probably lost quite a bit of muscle, and just with my eating, I guess I've just been really cautious this time. With the other children, I gained a lot of weight, especially in the first trimester. So this time I refuse to eat for 2. You don't need to eat for 2. And I understand why people do it, because I did it, especially in the earlier weeks of pregnancy. Like I had was the horrible starvation that you get, and I just refused to eat full meals every time I got that. I just made sure I snacked on fruit and lots of water and all of that, and it really did help, instead of going and getting chocolate and biscuits and that because I was starving. So it's definitely paid off for me, and generally in this first trimester I haven't gained a thing, and I've actually lost. So there we go. You can't really see it today, but I got rid of the pink in my hair. My hair is like shoulder length now, and it just feels so much better. We kind of dyed it all the one colour, and I just feel so much better for it. I was just getting sick of that pink, you know. It was just so, I loved having the red, but it was just so high maintenance, and I just got sick of having to do it all the time. So before I get into kind of my big story that I am going to talk to you guys about this week, I want to let you guys in on something that I've brought for this pregnancy for myself. In my pregnancy with Jaden, I gained so many stretch marks, and not just the little squiggly ones, but the big, thick, pink ones. So with Bentley, I didn't want to gain any more, and I was given a bottle of pure Rosehip Oil, and it is very expensive. And it did wonders though. It faded the stretch marks I did have, and generally I don't think I gained any more. So with this pregnancy, I was like, I definitely need to find something that's going to help, and Rosehip Oil is very expensive. So I just wanted to find something that kind of had the rosehip extract, and I bought this pack, and so far I'm loving it, but I was really disappointed because the box that it all came in was quite big, and then I got it out and it was like this bag, and they're actually only sample sizes, and honestly it was my fault. I should have read on the back, it actually said the sizes, but the pack was $20 for all of these, and they're kind of sample sizes, I guess. So it came with, like I said, it's a rosehip pack, but it says it's pure rosehip, but it's pure rosehip extract, so it's not just pure rosehip oil. So it came with these little things here. There is one more, but it is in the bathroom. I forgot to grab it. So they're just little, they're both 20 mils. One is body lotion, and this one is facial moisturizer, and then the other one is a facial cleanser, and I love them. The facial cleanser is wonderful. I use it every night before I go to bed. The facial moisturizer I put on every morning when I first wake up and wash my face. And then it came with this little, look at it, you can buy all of these in the bigger sizes from the supermarket. I have seen some, and I've also been told, like, I have friends that have actually bought the bigger sizes, and I do not know the prices of those though, but I'm definitely going to purchase them. So this is a night cream, so it's only little. They smell, the rosehip oil smells wonderful, so all of these smell so nice. But this rosehip night cream, I put it on my face before I go to bed, after I've used the cleanser. And then this is the rosehip oil. Now, this only lasted me like a week, and it's already all gone. I was putting it on my belly in the morning and at night, and then Bentley tipped it over. But it was nearly all gone anyway, so I'm definitely going to go and actually buy, I think I'm going to fork out and buy the proper bottle of it, because it really worked for me in Bentley's pregnancy. So I actually really recommend anything with rosehip oil, and if you just want to try them, I got all of this for like $20, and these tubes are still lasting me. I've had it for a few weeks now and they're still lasting me. So moving on to my kind of what's happened this week is I went and saw my surgeon on Monday. It was pretty much just to talk to him and see where he is with everything that's going on and what the plan from his side was and all that kind of stuff. So I went in and I actually didn't see him. I saw another one, but she kind of knew my story and they all worked together. The midwife also came in, and between the three of us, we decided that I probably don't need to be under hospital care anymore. That is because they have decided that so far I'm doing great, and I have had a few nights of pain, and we do think it is adhesion snapping, and she has said to me that I am absolutely 100% welcome to ring them when that happens. If the pain doesn't kind of subside very quickly, they will take me into maternity and give me pain relief. I am welcome to do that, not to feel stupid about it. And anytime I feel like I need like higher help sort of thing, like the specialist, I'm welcome to just contact them myself. But of course, I don't think I'd do that. I think I'd go through my new midwife, which I'm about to talk about. So they just really thought that I'm actually doing okay, and generally there are actually no risks to the baby. I was very scared about it all, because originally the surgeons told me this and this, and this could go wrong and this could go wrong, but as this pregnancy is kind of progressing and everything's sort of going smoothly for me, they've kind of eliminated a lot of those risks, and the only risks that are really there, oh, tickly throat, is to me, and that's the adhesions, just giving me more bowel obstructions and the pain and all that kind of stuff. All that is nothing to do with a midwife or anything like that anyway. I would go to my doctor or go to A&E. So generally the baby is safe, and they do think that I will just have a normal pregnancy. They do think that, they did say that I can start to be in a little bit of pain near the end, and that is something that I will discuss with them and my midwife at the end if I feel like I need help or if I feel like I can't do it anymore. But for now, we have decided to go with an independent midwife, and everyone was happy with that situation. And it also means that I know who I'm working with. Through the hospital, you get who's on that day, kind of thing. So yesterday I met my new midwife, and she's really lovely. I love her. I really love her, and she was happy with everything, and she was open to everything that I want, and she accepted that, you know, I may need specialist help, and that she would ring them straight away if I felt like I needed them, and she understood things, and just, she's really good. I love her. I really love her. We also, at that midwife appointment, heard the heartbeat for the first time. So because of my height and weight, puts me in the obese category for my BMI, which she said that, I was like, oh my goodness. So she's like, you're just too short for how much you weigh, pretty much. You know, when you're a short person, they expect you to be this skinny little thing, and I'm not. But she says, you know, you're not generally obese, but it's just one of those things that happen. And she said most women she gets through these days are like classed as overweight or obese. But she was saying that because I'm kind of like that, I've got a little bit of fat through my midsection, that she may not be able to hear the baby even at 11 weeks. So I said, well, can you try? And she's like, we can try it. So she put the Doppler on, and straight away we heard the heartbeat, and it was like coming and going, and she's like, oh, your baby's flittering around and very active in there, and oh, it was just so cute. So it really put my mind at ease, hearing the heartbeat, and so we know for now, and hopefully for the whole pregnancy, everything is really, really good. Two factors that we've also learnt about that are going to maybe hinder my birth plans. Well, actually there's three. Number one is all my adhesions and everything like that, and I don't know what's going to happen with those. Hopefully everything's good and I can have a natural birth, you know. Number two is I am group strep B positive, which is just a bacteria that you get, and if you don't know what it is, look it up. Generally it can be quite common, and it doesn't affect me in the slightest, but as the baby comes down the birth canal, it can affect them and cause them to get the virus, which means they don't like to treat you, because it means the baby is going to get antibiotics that it probably doesn't need, and then if they treat me now, it could still come back later on anyway, and then we've subjected the baby to antibiotics and it's just come back anyway. So if you're screened for it and you're positive for it, then it means that during birth I'm going to have to be on antibiotics and have antibiotics 4 hours before the baby's born, which means when I go into labour, I generally have to go to the hospital. It does mean I have to have a hospital birth, which I don't mind at all. I wanted a hospital birth, especially with everything going on. But it means that when I go into labour, when I hit kind of 2-3 centimetres, so it could be pretty much straight away, I have to be up at the hospital having antibiotics, which kind of sucks, because I love labouring at home and just going to the hospital when I really feel I need to. But it is how it is. So we'll actually be labouring at the hospital right through, which means it could be quite a long haul, but I have to have these antibiotics in me 4 hours before the baby's born. So you do what you have to do for the baby. The third thing that is going to cause a little bit of issue is they have just discovered that Bentley was quite small compared to Jaden, which we kind of all knew. Jaden was £8, Bentley was £6.15, so nearly £7. So generally there's not too much difference there, but they said with Bentley being 4 days overdue, you would have thought that he would have been bigger, considering my first baby was bigger. Now they have got separate dads, as you all know, but she said that doesn't really matter actually, and so they're just going to measure this baby a lot, and I am going to have growth scans, and if at 37 weeks it looks like that this baby is a little bit on the small side, then I will probably be induced and have that baby a couple of weeks early as well, or kind of even just lean up to that due date. Bentley came out really healthy and happy. I don't really understand it, but I guess they know what they're talking about. They said for my height and weight, they put it into this program. For my height and weight, generally the baby should be 8 to 8.5 pounds, which Jaden was 8.1. And so they said it was really weird for me to have this small baby. So anything could have been going on in there. And generally he should have been brought out early, but my last midwife didn't pick it up. But I don't know, he came out quite happy to me, but that's what they're saying. So I will follow their orders, and we'll just have growth scans and go from there. If he needs to be brought out early because they're worried, then we will do that. So there's been a lot of change this week, a lot of like facts that we've learned about how things are going to go, and I'm just feeling really good about this pregnancy now. I can't wait to hit 12 weeks next week and start coming out of this first trimester. This first trimester has hit me down really hard, and I think a lot of it is to do with I'm trying to look after 2 kids in the middle of it. You know, I think the more kids you have, the more harder it is. I am still young, my body's still good to handle it, really, but it's just running around after 2 kids. I'm just tired, and my hormones, I think, are like through the roof at the moment. I get really shitty easily, and everyone's just annoying me, and I just feel like, woe is me. But generally, like in the next few weeks, we should be definitely coming out of that and getting into the second trimester. This pregnancy to me is just going so fast, and next week we get to see the baby. We have our 12-week scan, and we are having the screening for Down syndrome and those other syndromes. So we are looking forward to seeing our baby, and fingers crossed our baby is nice and happy and healthy. And I don't know, I'm just feeling really, I don't know, everything that's happened this week, I just feel really positive about it now. I love being under a midwife. I love knowing that generally everything should be alright. How the labour turns out and when that happens is out of my control, so I can't do anything about that. But for now, everything's kind of falling into place, and everything's, yeah, I'm so excited. Alright guys, I will see you guys next week for my 12-week update. Bye!